Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back, or thank you for stopping by, visiting this little channel this morning. So I just learned something, right? Because I've been saying on all my other videos about these abusers. I've been talking to the abused, of course, and we know we are getting in action. We are starting we're taking our baby steps every day. We are seeking help every day right now. But I also been talking to the abuser. So this little small vlog this morning is just because I wanted to give a little number or something to the abuser, the one that's been doing the abusing. And guess what? It's the same number, 1-800-799-7233. If you are the abuser, you can dial the same number, but you need to tell them that you are the abuser and you need help to stop abusing. You could have bought me for 50 cents with that. I would have lost 100%. Did ever know that? Or you can chat with them also online, or you can text BEGIN, BEGIN to 88788. Text BEGIN to the number 88788. What? How can the abuser get help? Predators, because remember, you want to stop being that. You're an abuser and you're a predator because you seek people generally that you can abuse, because you're not really going for the real one that's real strong. You usually go for the abuse, someone who's basically been abused somehow during childhood or somehow in early adulthood, or just by you. Maybe you began it. I don't know. But it's help for you. So we're not teasing, we ain't joking, we ain't nothing. I'm saying it a little bit sarcastic just because I didn't know you can dial the same number, to be honest with you. Predators often abuse because of learned attitudes and feelings of entitlement and privilege, which can be difficult to reverse. To start the recovery process, an abuser should locate a certified batterer intervention program immediately. Locate a certified batterer intervention program immediately. How to stop abusing someone. Focus on your behavior. Think about your partner's needs and feelings. Lord, how many of us would have loved it? And not lie to us. Tell us that you caring and stuff, but yet that's you generally after the beating, the next morning. It could be in the same moment while the hitting is going on. See what you're making me do? Look at this. I'm so sorry. Bim. Remind yourself why you don't want to abuse her or him. Remind yourself you are in control of what you do. Remind yourself that you can choose not to be abusive. I'm going to back up for a minute. I can somewhat understand anger, because there is certain things that anger me, and I have shared them before, and that's mostly about my children. And now it's about me. Like, if you start doing too much to me, I'm still working on it. But if you start coming at me too much the wrong way, what I don't want to do is step outside of the grace of God. So I'm not going to combat you, but I will remove myself from the abusive situation. I don't know if that's going to look good right now, yet or not, how pretty that might be. We're still in the hands of the Lord. But removing myself, I am going to do. I'm going to put myself in a safer situation now, because I see what it can do to you emotionally, mentally, and I know what it can do to you physically. I know what it can do to your hair. I know what it can do to the inside of your body. I know it crushes you. I know it causes trauma. I know that it causes long-lasting trauma that takes someone to decipher and bring that mess back out of you. I would tell anybody, before you put yourself through that, go call the 1-800-799-7233. Let them know if you are the abused. I am abused. I sometimes don't even think I want to get out of it because I think I love this joker. So I need a whole revamp. I need help. I have an abused way of thinking. I have moved so many boundaries, I don't even know what boundaries are no more. But I know that I don't deserve to get treated this way. So while I'm talking this way, you can tell the person I'm talking in the moment. I need help right now. And if I don't get it right now, tomorrow morning, I might not feel this way. They know what to say to you. They know what to do for you. They know how to do it right away. Do not trust the abuser that he will not do it again. It's in the moment. He don't even think he is an abuser. Let's go ahead and get that straight. Some of them, you know, they getting up, going to work, looking like they all right, putting on cologne. Some of them putting on suits. Some of them standing in places in front of people thinking that they are okay. They're not. So I'm not even going to go too far this morning. What are the 7 steps in abuse prevention? Screening, training, prevention, identification, investigation, protection, report, abuse. I'm going to tell you something. The one of the what stands out to me in that, as been somebody in that situation in multiple different fashions, because remember I said racism is abuse too. And they did that to you generally. You can get it dumped on you, but they kind of spoon feed it a little bit to you too, because they hide it from themselves that what they're doing is abusive, as well as racism poured and spoon fed to you, rejection, all kinds of things wrapped up into that, right? But let me tell you one of the biggest things out of that 7 steps to prevention that stand out to me. Reporting. Telling it. Speaking on it out loud for yourself. And not worrying about the carnage that's behind. The people that's creating those abusive situations and are doing harmful things to you mentally, physically, and otherwise, they are not caring about you. They want you to either fade away or do whatever it is they want you to do. Now, in the way of racism, ain't you can't turn a different color. You can act as white as you want. You can dress as white as you want. You can behave well. You can basically almost lick the boots. You aren't changing no colors, and you never gonna make them happy. So there's nothing you can do about that. So what you can do is go get you some help to make sure you are not trying to follow all of that stuff I just said. You were built to be who you are. You were made and born to be who you are. They are the ones with the issues, and you need to report it. Find out where to report it and get it done. To the abusers, back to the abuser, back to domestic violence. Most abusers don't want to be told on. Most abusers don't even believe they're abusers anyway. They think it's just a moment in time and that they did this act because of you or because of something that you did. So first and foremost, you cannot be the one that continues receiving the abuse and not telling the abuser that they are an abuser. That's not your job. Let me do it. If you're doing anything that's to another person in a negative fashion that is purposefully hurting them physically, mentally, and otherwise, you are some type of an abuser. Step back out of that. Step back out of that. I would love to be a pusher of my spouse or my partner. I want to push you in the right way. I want you to be the best that you can be. I don't always agree with you, but what I don't have to do is tear you down. I don't have to put my hands on you because I am not allowed. I don't have to cuss you out or tell you that you're nothing, that you're ugly, you'll never be nothing. What I can do is remove myself from this argument right now until better days, because me and you, we belong together. We not this. No, we ain't always in agreement. and I'm going to go to another room. I'm going to go down the road, drive a little while. I'm going to go do something to pull myself so that neither one of us say or do anything that's outside of our relationship boundaries and what God would have for our relationship. So pull yourself back out of it. Love, y'all. Love can hurt. Don't misunderstand, because we do have to get in a vulnerable place sometimes to love. But it don't have to physically tear you out the frame. I don't want what I love to be abused. I don't want who I love to get hurt. I want to nurture and cultivate as much as I can, even in disagreement. Even in disagreement. Think about what you want for you, and then that's what you give. And if you are unsure of what you need and deserve because you never experienced it, come on, join me. Let's get in some therapy, right? Come on, join me. Let's get into some therapy. Let's find out what love is. Let's find out what, giving love and receiving love is, right? And what it's not. And one thing it's not is fisticuffs. One thing it's not is somebody tearing you down. So let me give you that number one more time just in case you need it. Because I'm going to keep on telling this young lady and this young man who is being abused physically, mentally, and otherwise to call the local the national domestic violence number. And if I get an email or sometime I would try to find the local number in your area, right? Which is generally going to be your area plus domestic violence. You just put in, I'm just saying, West Cucamonga, and which that's probably a place, domestic violence helpline. So the National Domestic Violence Helpline for the abuser and the abused is 1-800-799-7233, or text BEGIN, BEGIN, to 88788. There's also a chat where you can chat with somebody. You can let them know, I'm in a terrible way. I've been abused, and now I'm dishing it out to other people. I'm dishing it out to my family, and God knows you better not be dishing it out to no children. It's worse enough to an adult who is probably in a childlike state just trying to survive, because you don't know what it takes to allow another person to abuse you. And I mean that in every way. You don't know what you're doing when you create racist situations either. Do you know how much rejection that is? Do you know how demeaning that is? Do you know when you put your hands on someone, how demeaning that is? And the person is receiving it and receptive to it. It has to train the brain that because you telling them don't tell because I'm not going to do it no more. And they have to tell themselves, I'm not going to tell because they're not going to do it no more. They didn't even mean it. They sorry. If I had to been so stupid, if I had to, look that way, if I hadn't said that out in public, I probably will never, ever say that again. So then you start regressing and with even your communication in public, because now you don't know what to say, how to say it, when you're going to get in trouble. You know the feeling. Y'all know. And the one that's doing that, God, do something about that right now, today. But before the Lord step in, because he will, 1-800-799-7233. Call that number and tell them that you need some help. And woman, there is somewhere they can put you, a man, whoever's being abused. There is somewhere for you to go. There is someone for you to call. There is somewhere for you to so that they can locate some help just to get you strong enough to make some moves. Because that's one thing that's got to happen. So don't do anything and get yourself in a dangerous situation, please. But start making moves silently. Start getting in a healthy situation, right? And getting this in a healthy situation. Retrained, because I understand the training of that. You can get, oh my God, can you get trained in so many ways? And I'm telling you, I believe mental abuse, if not as bad, is even worse. And I believe that sometimes it happens and some people die in it. But those of us that have made it out and we have somehow still become boundary movers, because remember, if you have ever been abused, generally you become a boundary mover and you give everybody a way in to abuse you because you don't know your boundaries now. I'm not even going to tell you to go understand relationship abuse at the moment. I'm going to say go get stronger so that you can understand relationship abuse. Go get the help that you need just to stand up and get your backbone and get a little bit more self-confidence that you deserve better, because your self-confidence gets broken to pieces. When you can't look at yourself in the mirror to take a shower or brush your teeth, where do you think your self-confidence is? And to the abuser, you're the reason for that. You proud of that? And I'll say it until Jesus come back. Your mama not proud of that. And your daddy not either. And you don't care about me, but I ain't proud of you either. But if you take some steps towards getting help, because it may not be your fault, but what you can't do is make it that partner's fault. You can't take it out on anybody. Don't take it out on yourself either. But now, I don't know how to say this for it not to sound terrible. I'll just say this. It's not fair for you to take it out on others. I don't want you to take anything out on yourself either. Go get your help. 1-800-799-7233. Lady, if he putting his hands on you, if he put his hands on you last night, he didn't leave no marks and you still had to get up and go to work with that stuff, stop it today. What do you mean stop it today? Call, make a phone call. Call anybody. Call a therapist. Call somebody at a church. You got to be careful who you call now. And you say, I'm in a situation I don't know how to get out of, but I want out. I've been in an abusive situation for a while, or maybe it's the first time, right? You know what they need? Y'all, I want to stay sane. I want to grow with you. I want us to grow together. I want us to be safe. I understand where you are, and I understand the fear that you feel. The abuser will never understand because they're the ones dishing it out. They don't understand what fear is and the overwhelmingness of that, right? And how it controls your life. To the ones that's pushing racism and any other hatred, stop. You're an abuser too. And if you're watching it, I think you're participating too. If you're watching it somehow, I think you're some type of participant. Look that up. I don't know. You tell me what? All right, y'all. I love you. My love is growing more and more and more for this type of communication every day, because it needs to be said. And sometimes you can't say it, because I couldn't tell the abusers that's what they were. But I can now. And look out, abusers. That's what you're going to be called. And to the ones that have power over people who are abusing their power, God bless you. God fix it. God show you your wrongs and the errors of your ways so that you can turn them around and change it. You may be one of the worst because you're hidden, but not for long. So, God bless. Your story does matter, and it's going to help somebody one day. I don't believe that we go through the things that we go through to sit on our story. Never thought I'd be up here talking about it to the world. Didn't even particularly want to do it, to be honest with you. But I feel a pricking in my heart, and it's where I find peace. Sometimes when I do talk to you. So therefore, I'm going to do that. Why? Because I'm on a journey too, along with you, to get in a better place. And sometimes that means grabbing someone by the hand and bringing them with you. You can't carry nobody. You can't carry nobody never. But you definitely can't carry nobody right now. You can just get yourself and put your hands in someone's hands and say, okay, help me. Your story matters. God bless. I love you. And learn to love yourself today just a little bit more. Look in that mirror today and bring back that little girl, that little boy that you were before you were rejected. Because it's a big old form of rejection in every type of way. And before the abuser got their hands in you and on you, because it goes deep, deep, deep inside of you. Think back to that person. You might have lost them entirely. That's fine. Because you still, remember, whenever we do that, that's Yahweh. That's calling Jesus. Jesus. Whenever we call, let me make sure that's calling Jesus, because God. And we do know him as Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Hallelujah. We thank God every time we breathe in and out, we calling on the name of God. We thank you, Lord. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. I ain't getting in no disputes about that. I do not care how you call him. I just call him. Just call him. You hear me? Call him. Every time you breathe, you calling him. Even the atheists, they don't even realize it. Every time they breathe, they calling him. He's so mighty. He is so mighty. But he's also the one that's going to help and the one that's going to keep your mind while you're going through this and bring you on the other side of it. You might even, if you're like me sometimes, I just be thinking, I'm still here. When others make you feel so worthless, because the world is making people feel worthless, and then you come home and the worthlessness continues. Well, it's a battle out here. You're not going to stay in this battle of people physically and mentally abusing you. Stand up. Get some help. And make your little spot in this world, because you're going to stand on your little spot because it's yours. It's yours. God gave it to you. Nobody else can take it away. Bye, y'all. I'm going to go with that because I'm going to get ready to get on another little thing I got to start Googling, because I want to make sure some of the things that I'm saying, they come from a good place, but I also don't want to be misleading. And I don't want to say things, and I could. Don't do what I say do. Look up where I'm trying to direct you and make sure it'll fit what will help you. You understand that? And the people that have power over you, you make sure you consult lawyers. You make sure you can, and they got free ones. You call and ask somebody. Call the NAACP. Go to these meetings, these local meetings, free of charge. And in there's people that have some DDs and BBAs and all that stuff behind their name that can give you some free counsel. Because we need counsel right now. Folks is doing a whole lot of stuff out here, tearing us out the frame. Almost pouring gasoline on you and throwing the match saying, did you survive? Well, if you did, you did. If you didn't, you did. I got too many things to be dealing with on this platform sometimes, y'all. But my goal is that we get the help that we need. My goal is that we push forward. My goal is that we learn to love the Lord too, and that we build a relationship with him. And we stop worrying so much about a relationship with the wrong person who is tearing you down. and put our hands in the hands of the one that made us and who will build you up. And then we're going to get busy passing the word that he is a sustainer. He's a mind keeper. I know what it is now. He's a heart regulator. Yeah, when my mom and them used to say all that stuff, I heard the ladies and the men in church, oh my God is a mind regulator. He's a heart fixer. He's bread to the hungry. He's water to the thirsty. He's this. He's a friend to the friendless. He's a whole lot of things I heard them say. And I used to be singing it or saying it right along with them. My God is everything. I'm just in there singing, shouting and going on. Honey, ask me what that singing and shouting will turn real. But when he has to be all them things to you. And sometimes at the same time, I know what a mind regulator is. I know what a heart fixer is. I know what joy comes in the morning means now. He carries me from moment to moment. I know what it is. That he's bread when you're hungry. Hey, I've been hungry. Sure have. Or I didn't have what I thought I was going to want to eat. Well, what did you have? I had a bag of beans that I seasoned with chicken grease, right? Them beans were good. Those beans were so good. That's all I had. And I don't think people understood sometimes. I have fish, and that fish that I was fishing for was for food for that day. Actual food. Yeah. So I understand some of the things that I was singing about as a child, and now I understand as an adult. So anyway, y'all, I love you. God bless. I don't know if you'll ever come across this, but the right person will. Like and subscribe if you will. And if you want to hear these type things, or if you want to see some funny little shorts every now and then, because I learned how to do a little bit of CapCut stuff. And I find some of the stuff just hilarious. And sometimes I bring up my family. And pretty soon I'm going to be the first time grandmother of a granddaughter. I have 2 grandsons who I love dearly. I'm a mother of a daughter and my son who I love dearly. And I have brothers, no sisters, who I love dearly. And my friends I love dearly. I don't have a lot of people that I call friends. But my friends that I call friend, they know who they are. I love them. I really do. And I thank them for pouring into me when I couldn't pour into myself. I thank them for giving of themselves when I had nothing. And I'm not saying I have so much. I'm saying inside I was empty. Inside I was so broken. And they didn't run away from my brokenness. And that's important to have in your life. Somebody that doesn't run away from your brokenness, right? They'll still communicate with you and still try to direct your path. So I thank God for those people. I thank God for my family who has been there, thick and thin. And, times that I've called on them, my brothers, they're there. I'm grateful. I try not to put too much pressure on anybody, but they have been there. I don't tell them everything. I still don't know that I share everything that I've gone through in many different ways, because I always look for a change. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I always feel like a change is coming. I always feel like better days ahead. Even in my brokenness, and when I really have been broken, y'all, to where sometimes I really didn't know how I would, but I always felt like I'm going to make it somehow. I'm going to make it somehow. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to make it somehow. And if this is making it somehow, if talking to you is what I got to do and tell you that you can make it somehow, and to look at yourself and to make some changes within your household, within yourself, for yourself and your children. Okay. This will be my make it somehow. And I'm good with that. I'm grateful for that. So if I decide to get back up here again, who knows what I might be doing. I might be cooking. I might be walking down the road. I might be in the store. But it's my little place to come and run to do some communication that I can hear myself. I commune with you. I hear God speaking to me. I try to listen and learn to make sure I know his voice. Not always perfect. I have definitely made mistakes and possibly will make more, but I'm forgiven. I am learning to walk in that forgiveness, and I'm grateful for that, y'all. So your story matters. Get you some help today. Again, to the abuser and to the ones that's being abused. It is 1-800-799-7233 or text BEGIN to 88788. Abusers, we are not going to sit down and let you keep just sitting there and getting no help. We going to get ourselves. We going to go out here with the help of the Lord, and we going to get the help. And you, sir or ma'am, will be shut down, willingly or unwillingly. It's up to you. And you're going to be exposed. Cover's going to be pulled back because hiding you has been hurting me. Come on here, y'all. Hiding them people is hurting you. They don't want to be hid. Keep me in prayers.